Hello, I am here with Serena, who is the founder and CEO of Pulse Marketing. I'm so happy to have you here with us, Serena. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Well, you are just finishing up the Resilient Transformation Academy, and you had some incredible results going through this academy. And I would love for you to just share with the audience, where were you before you started, and where are you today?
Well, for anyone that knows me, they know that I've already been through a lot, even before my adult years. And so I learned very quickly how to, retrain my brain and manage my thoughts and to work through even the hardest situations by transferring negative emotions into positive, powerful intentions. However, what was really going on and what was really happening that I couldn't put my finger on, I couldn't understand, was that when the storm settled, I was shutting down. And it was like I was constantly, through stressful situations, I had such a high tolerance that I was constantly in fight or flight mode that I couldn't go from it was either black or white. So even a small stressor would put me in shutdown mode to where I would sleep in the middle of the day. I would isolate. And at times, this was 4 to 6 times a week. Since I've started this program, I've learned how to not just train my mind and my brain, but also train my body in how to manage stress and to self regulate my responses. And I have only maybe shut down 3 times in the last 3 months,
Wow.
whereas prior it would have been 4 to 6 times a week.
So in making this shift, what have you noticed in your working life and your personal life? How has this affected you differently, not having to have shut down that much in the past?
So much. I was getting very concerned that the shutting down would impact my business. It would impact some of the goals that I had for myself and in my personal life because it kept putting me behind. So the more that I would shut down, the further behind I would get. And since I've started to really understand the science behind it and how my body responds to stress and then managing that, I would say the beauty is that I've been able to secure new clients with setting intention before meetings. I've been able to increase my self management and my self regulation in stressful situations. Um, I mean, I don't have a specific percentage, but I would definitely say it's more than 80%. Um, and so the beauty is that it's made me more productive. It's allowed me to have further clarity and focus and to get more in a flow state where prior I didn't know how to initiate that. It would have to be something that I just jumped into, but now I know how to initiate the flow state and increase my productivity. So that to me was powerful.
What percent would you say your productivity has gone up?
Oh my gosh, I know we were tracking it, but I think it had to have been more than 80%.
Wow, pretty amazing. I know that you have done a lot of work, a lot of internal work, a lot of internal self-reflection throughout your life. And it's one thing when we get it intellectually, but we've got to embody it. And it sounds like what you really learned is I had an understanding of how all this stuff worked, but I didn't know how to apply it inside of me, and I didn't know how to make that lasting change. So is what I'm hearing you say right now is that I have it all in the sense as I understand it and I understand how the body works, and I have the ability to shift the body or change the body when I'm feeling stressed. So can you talk a little bit about the distinction of how, not how you're doing it, but what's the distinction of this program and why it worked, where the other things that you did in the past didn't give you the results that you were actually looking for?
So I'm very data driven. So everything that I do research. I make sure that I fully understand, how what the impact is going to be. And the beauty in this program is that it's backed by science, that it's backed by data, and that I actually was able to track my data to see where I started and where I am now. My level of coherence number one, I didn't know the difference between, kind of living in your subconscious mind versus your conscious mind. And how you increase that by not allowing the distracting thoughts to seep in. And I honestly would say that everyone should be really aware of what this does and how it shifts your mindset. I can manage my nervous system, which I didn't even think was an option. So I think
Many of us
that's so
don't.
cool. I think it's
We've
so
never been
cool.
taught it before.
I'm like, wow, that is amazing. And so I would say, just like hands down, everything that I've done leading up to this pales in comparison to the data and the training and the learning that you can apply to your daily life. It's amazing.
Wow. And I know that using this data and you being able to access that flow state as soon as you hit something stressful in your life, no matter what it is, whether it's the kids or the clients or the employees, as soon as you hit that stress reaction, you can manage it from a place of self-regulating the nervous system to come back into balance. And I know you've been doing this over and over and over throughout the day to regulate your energy as well. How has that translated into motherhood and being with your children?
Well, I have my daughter off to college in just 2 days, um, moving to Missouri from California. My son, just directly after that, within the next 5 days, from California to Boston. And I have to say, all the moving pieces of those things, in addition to making sure the cars are, in good condition before shipping them, the shipping company's delayed. We have brand new, huge clients that we're working on big projects. And so you could imagine I got contractors here, I got kids like literally displaying everything they've ever owned in the living room, packing, and I'm on virtual meetings all day long. And I have to say, the beauty in all that chaos is that I've been able to maintain a consistent level of calm.
Wow.
So I think
Where
it's amazing.
where would you have been had you not had these tools
Oh my
going
gosh,
under your
I wouldn't have hit my KPIs. Like right now we're on pace to finish the year. Our original goal was 700,000 and we're on pace to finish the year at 800,000. Huge,
Wow.
huge.
And I
Like
remember just three
blow my
months
mind.
ago, you were like, oh, things aren't going very well. And then
Yeah.
you turned it
So I mean, like
around.
my KPIs are on track. I've been, meeting all of my milestones and my deliverables for business. And I feel like I'm a college student because I'm getting every checklist, imaginable to get these two kids not only moving across the country, but actually in school, which is the whole process in itself. I don't think that I would be this far along if I maintained my previous, patterns and behaviors. This has brought me to a place where I have so much energy. I feel like I can conquer the world, even in the moments that the world is falling apart. So it's been incredible. So excited.
And how has this translated into being a better leader in your office?
Like I try not to I become this person who, like, when I get really excited, I want everyone to do what I'm doing. And so I try not to push it. So this particular situation, I kind of like snuck it in with little meetings and things like that. But really what stood out to me was that when I was in a meeting, and the meeting got elevated, and there was a client that was upset, and I kind of managed through the entire meeting. After that, my employees came back, and two of my leaders said, everything that you just approached that with so much grace, and it was almost like you were just at like this peaceful place, like you just didn't get shaken, and they were amazed. So they saw, even though they didn't know what I was doing, they saw it in my interaction, even under stress.
Really beautiful, really beautiful. And that is the power of this. It's all happening internal. Nobody knows that you're doing it, but you're really aware you're doing it, and you can stay self-composed the whole time.
It's my little secret.
So beautiful. How are you going to use this moving forward?
I do it daily. So it impacts everything. I set intentions before my calls. So I practice my breathing. I practice really visualizing the outcome of the call. And because of even that practice, I've been able to secure 3 new clients. So that was beautiful. But just the daily interaction and using and practicing this on a daily basis, I will continue to do it forever because it's made such an impact.
Wow, such a beautiful journey that you've had going through this whole academy. And I'm just so happy to see that you're thriving in your life. You have more energy. People are noticing it around you. And I just want to say congratulations. And you have been an absolute pleasure to work with. And I can't wait to see where you're going to be in 6 months to a year from now.
Watch out. But
Watch
thank
out.
you. It is definitely because of the information, the knowledge, and just all of the tools that you've given me. And I'm so grateful. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.